Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your boy, The Problem Child, here to talk about Old School Raw. Actually, I enjoyed the Old School Raw show. I ain't gonna lie, I went in there a little skeptic about a couple of things because I thought, well, this probably is gonna be like hardcore justice, but even worse, right? So, just man. Yeah, but I enjoyed the show. I enjoyed seeing a lot of the old school. Yeah, we see most of those old school guys a lot, but never in a multitude like that. And I thought it was pretty cool, pretty unique. They didn't have them wrestling like hardcore justice. Thank you, because that would have been the worst thing ever to do. Worst thing. But I know this review's a little late, so I'm just going to go ahead and jump in with it. You see Cowboy Orton, he comes out there with the trademark cast, how he can't wrestle because of his cast and stuff, which is basically a weapon. But he comes out, Mean Gene Okerlund is doing interviews for the night. So Josh Matthews is out, the old Mean Gene, with the signature voice, the signature everything. He just talks and he tells them what he thinks and stuff, what he thinks about the Nexus. Nexus comes out. Nexus comes out, talk to Gene, tell Cowboy Orton, Ace, that your son is not gonna win. I'm gonna win. Cena comes out, Miz come out. Miz say I can cash it in and just throw it all away or something like that. So it's in void. So which if the Miz do would be kind of a crazy thing, but I'm hoping that Miz don't cash it in. So I'm just gonna go through highlights. Brooklyn Brawler came out. I mean, really, I just thought, why the Brooklyn Brawler? That was horrible. Now the Hart, Ezekiel Jackson whooped him. Now the Hart Dynasty seems like they're breaking up now. So I just wonder who Natalia's going to be on, her cousin or her fiance. If you haven't known, Tyson Kidd and Natalya are actually engaged to be married, if they're not married already. So I wonder whose side she's going to play. She's going to play Tyson Kidd, her fiance, or she's going to play her blood, Let's see how that goes. But I really wish they don't break these guys up. And I'll tell you why. I just wish, come on, try to build up the tag teams, Vince. Try to build it up, WWE. Stop letting people shine on their own, because not everybody can shine on their own, and some people are better with partners, man. So this is just don't break these guys up. So not only do you got Natalya, not only do you have that going on, you had Tony Atlas before they had the fight against Nexus. Tony Atlas come out there, he does his thing. That was amazing. So after that, it was really one cool thing that happened, and that was with the Oksana thing. Yeah, it was kind of cheesy, but it kind of had that old school flavor of Raw. You know what I'm saying? Like the old school Saturday night main event type thing. I wasn't going to say a Saturday night main event by far, no. But it had the sketch was kind of like, it was kooky, funny. I'm not going to lie. I actually enjoyed this one. And the thing that really made me laugh was like Dusty Rhodes in that Twisted Sister wig, Dee Snider wig, and Oksana, they throw the net over Oksana. Goldust go ahead, takes the belt and give it back to, Big Ted DiBiase. Ted DiBiase doesn't want the belt anymore. He wants something else better. So it's just, it was amazing, man. It was truly an amazing sketch. Then you see him dashing Cody Rhodes, shushing his brother up. So, you know, it was just a family event. Now, it would have been cool if Husky Harris bumped into the IRS and just said, "Oh, what's up?" You know, it would have been cool like that, just showing the old generation with the children. I think it would have just been, it would have just made me laugh even more. And then when they start dancing and stuff and going in that segment, it was stupid, but I just couldn't help but laugh at that. Overall, that part just was funny. Another highlight of it to me was when Jim Ross came out there doing the Jack Swagger Daniel Bryan match. An amazing match. It was a beautiful match. I haven't seen a match like that on Raw since forever. And I just thought the match was even better than the Dolph Ziggler and Daniel Bryan match. And you could tell those guys are really the future if they toned them right and if they get rid of the stupid politics and let JR and them prove that this is great, And JR on the mic was just music to my ears, and the way it was annoying Michael Cole, it was the best thing I ever heard on that commentary. That commentary couldn't have been better, I don't know if Jim Ross was there to try to make Michael Cole get over on the fans or make people like him a little bit more. But I can't say I don't like Michael Cole more, but I can say that with JR there and stuff and King, it was that old school flavor that it just made you miss wrestling. You know what I'm saying? It made you miss wrestling. And the way that it was like how when back in the day you had like, if your parents was talking to their friend and you was in the room, you either shut up and sometimes you either left the room. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not even going to acknowledge you, so you can keep bothering. They're going to ignore you, but they're going to pop you if you keep annoying them. That's what JR did to Michael Cole. He just got sick of him when he left. He wasn't paying attention to Michael. Just beat the hell out of him with the hat, and it was just the highlight of it was one of the major highlights of it. Wade Barrett versus R-Truth. I guess they're trying to make Wade Barrett look strong against Jobber. Let's be honest, R-Truth is Jobber. So I was okay with that. Sheamus, Alberto Del Rio was on there, and just like I said, if I'm not in order, I'm sorry. Alberto, this is just me talking about the favorite parts I like. John Morrison got kicked by Sheamus in the back with Arn Anderson and Briscoe there. So that was a cool moment, seeing those two together and talking to John Morrison. Then also you got the Alberto Del Rio was chauffeured out there. He was introduced by Tito Santana, which was an amazing thing, and Chavo Guerrero, Senior. So for me, that was the most beautiful thing for that guy, because those two guys, those two Hall of Famers, period, even though Chavo's probably not in the Hall of Fame, but those two guys there, that was just an amazing moment for Alberto Del Rio, and he don't know how lucky he is to get for those two classic Latinos to be there. It was just great, So Piper's Pit, I was happy to see Piper's Pit. I haven't seen Piper Pit in years, and I just thought Piper's Pit was an amazing segment. Always have it. I even have it on my PlayStation 3 video clips of it because I love Piper's Pit and I love Piper and the energy he had. People say Ric Flair has the best mouth. I disagree. I say Piper has the best mouth, So Piper promos was amazing, and the way he pissed people off was even better. So, John Cena does his little cry session, which I couldn't stand on Piper's Pit. It was depressing. Man, I hated every minute of it. But, Wade Barrett comes out there telling him to put on the shirt. Finally, we get to see John Cena in the shirt, But John Cena, Randy Orton comes out there and hits, Wade Barrett hits John Cena, But the thing is, I don't understand about John Cena. Why in the holy hell Or you sticking up for Randy Orton, man? You know what I'm saying? Randy Orton punted your dad in the head, beat the fuck out of you, tries to punt you in the head, and you're a good guy, and he's a good guy. What kind of good guy tries to punt you upside the head? That's the things you get? All the truth is questioning your loyalty. Everybody's telling you to quit. The only people that's really on your side is Nexus. Yes, they bully you a bit, but they're like your older brothers. You know how you bully your younger brother? But if somebody ever mess with your younger brother, you beat the fuck out of them? That's what they're doing. They're just bullying you around. They're slapping you around a bit, but they love you. You know, they're happy to have you in the group. They're just hazing you. You mad to get hazed? You know what I'm saying? Who gives a shit, man? You know what I'm saying? It's stupidity, man. But, you know, just like I said, it's the fucking genius writers that think they know shit, you know, but they don't. You know what I'm saying? And people going to go ahead and say, well, we over-criticize wrestling. No, we don't over-criticize wrestling. We're just mad because they don't know how to write wrestling. You get a bunch of these old wrestlers that think they know wrestling because they wrestled in the ring. Just because you played in the NFL don't mean you can coach the team. Am I right? Thank you. But anyway, overall it was a good thing. It was the highlight for it also was when they seen them line up. You know, you seen George the Animal still there, Tatanka, you know, dancing in the back with them. It was an amazing night. The Old School Raw. Oh man, it brings back memories. I felt like I was just sitting there like a little kid with a juice box watching my favorite wrestling show Saturday morning, you know? So I just felt amazed. I'm happy they did something like that. Finally, something good to come out of 2010 wrestling. So, you know, to the writers, even though I criticize them and tell them they can't book a doctor's appointment, thank you. I wish they would have had more old school wrestlers, but beggars can't be choosers. So thank you for putting on an amazing event. I enjoyed it. A lot of people are probably going to criticize you and say it sucks, but personally I thought it was a great show, and I loved every minute of it. So to the old school wrestlers, thank you for showing us what you're doing nowadays. The Iron Sheik, Kozlov, was the highlight also, seeing Kozlov singing the Russian anthem with Nikolai, and seeing the Sheik there, Sheiky baby, you know, it was an amazing sketch. It was a funny sketch. You seen Slick out there. Oh God, Slick, the guy I'm glad he just cut the Jerry curl off. But you know, you seen Slick out there. I just thought R-Truth was gonna come out behind him and sing, you know, Crump, and Slick was gonna add his own verse. I thought that would have been cool. Trust me, if anybody knows if the WWE is selling those old WWF logos, shirts. I love the WWF. They kept it old school. They used the WWF symbol. It was amazing. I know my time is running out, so I'm just going to end it. I might be actually debuting the WWF old school shirt on here soon. So look out for that, guys, because I'm going to go find one of those shirts, and I'm going to wear it the hell out of it because I love that. And I love that Old School Raw. And actually, I recorded it. And when it comes out on DVD, I will be buying it on DVD. This is your boy, The Problem Child, saying peace, one love, I'm out.